That's why it is where we're at right now in society. That's how I feel. You can see that we live in a broken society because it's been going on for so many generations. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I
you
just got past it. It's just it's been going on for so many directions. You know what I'm saying? They started breaking up the black family in the 70s with the drug epidemic.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So now 40 years later, you know what I'm saying? 40 years later, those people that grew up with a father, like it's so many people walking around that just haven't matured. You know what I'm saying? They haven't matured. They haven't healed from those wounds. They haven't done that work. And you know what I'm saying? It's like we got stuck. So now people don't know how to deal with their mental health issues. They, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to blame everybody for everything. We ain't taking accountability for our actions. We ain't improving our communities. We want everybody else to do everything for us because we walking around with that chip on our shoulder like somebody owes us something.
And so
And it's up to us to
this
fix that.
this this is not only talking about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about breaking generational curses.
Yes.
So you're talking about stuff that has been happening for generations, that have broken down families,
Yep.
turn down families. And so when you talk about not only just the mental health issue in the side of it, removing the black men, then you're talking about removing generational wealth.
Yep.
Come on now, we talking about our money. And
Yep.
I tell my crew, I got a crew about like 11 guys that I work with right now, most of my LLCs and most of my businesses, and I'm mentoring them. And I tell them all the time, what I'm teaching you, I don't want you to come on and work with me and earn just a paycheck, but I want you to learn. Because what I'm teaching you, you can pass on. So whatever I have here, I want you to be able to build this structure and take it somewhere else. And you do the same thing that I'm doing, and you implement it there. We're not doing that. We're not telling people, hey, come on, work for me, do a 9 to 5, kill yourself for me, kill over, have a heart attack, get a paycheck and then go home. And we're not teaching our community. We're not teaching our young black men. I tell these boys all the time, I say, hey, you can take this and you can run with it. Because when I'm gone the day of tomorrow, my legacy is this. What I teach you, you pass it on. We're not just building and funding for tomorrow, building, earning a paycheck or earning money. I'm not looking just to do that. I'm building generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, my kids, his kids, and everybody that's attached to my name. See, and that's the problem. People just want to be blessed, want the blessing just to be meant for them, and that ain't what God intended. God intended that when He blesses you, He blesses everything and everyone that's attached to you. So if I'm blessed, my brother's gonna get blessed,
Yep.
and then he gets blessed, and everybody that's attached to him, from his girlfriend to his friend to his best friend's friends, everybody's gonna get attached to him. So what I'm planning on doing with most of these LLCs and these C corps and these non-profits that I'm working with is that I'm creating seats at the table for everyone
Mm-hmm.
to get to eat. So if one eat, we all eat, and that's the
Yeah.
black community. Is that when we remove that ideal of that thought of family, the structure of family. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the structure of family. So understanding who the head of the household and the wife and the support system and the kids and the children and their roles, and understanding this and building this generational wealth. We're removing that ideal, and society has misconstrued what it means to be family in America.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to create that for them. I tell my guys all the time. He say, man, what I'm teaching you, I want you to pass on to your children. I don't want you to come on and make a paycheck. I want you to learn how to operate your own business so you can take it and you can run with it and do it somewhere else. I want you to learn how to manage your employees and how to run staff meetings and how to do payroll and how to I want you to learn that. I don't want you to come on and just say, I need you to go and lift this and move that and just clock out and you're good to go and see. I do that now for my job.
Yeah.
I'm making money for somebody else's. I want that. I want you to
Yeah.
make your own money. So I want everybody to eat, man.
And it makes a difference too, because it's crazy how God works, like, in my life, because I feel like he put me in certain places at certain times for a reason. And the place that I used to work before I started working now was like a major like retailer, right?
Yeah.
And it was like one of those things where it's just like I was a manager. So, when you a manager, they act like they need you 24/7. You literally on call. It could be your day off and they'll call you and be like, where are the keys to, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no balance. There's no, you don't have no time for your like none of that. Right.
Yeah.
And I remember it was one day where I was sick and I was working there and I'm just like, I had a sore throat. So I'm telling these people, it's like, hey, I got a sore throat. I never call off. Never. I don't never call off. So it's just like, I'm telling these people like, hey, I'm sick. And like, these folks arranged it so I could work for 5 hours. And I'm telling them I'm literally sick. So I'm at work. I can't even talk because my throat has like swelled shut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I legit got strep. And I'm like, and these people got me working. So I go to the doctor the next day and she's just like, yeah, you can't go back to work for a week, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? And that's the only way I was going to get the time off, right? So fast forward to now where I work for a smaller company. I remember when I broke my ankle. Um, I go and I call off to work one day. I say, hey, I sprained my ankle. Cause that's what I thought it was. Black people, you know what I'm saying? We'd be like, I'm gonna just put some ice on it and it'd be all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would put some ice on it, it'd be all right. I survived. So I was like, yeah, I sprained my ankle. The next day I was just like, it ain't getting no better. I need to go to the doctor. I call them, they say, hey, do what you gotta do for you. So I go to the doctor, I get an x-ray. They like, yeah, you broke it. Not only did you break it, you're gonna need surgery.
Oh,
Like, yeah. They was just like, this ain't no regular old break. They was like, if you would have broke that bone on that side, you would have been all right. You wouldn't have had to do it. If you would have tore that ligament on the other side, then you wouldn't have had to get this surgery. But you did both. So
oh,
you need this surgery. So, so I called my job and I'm already thinking in my mind, like, I don't want to do any of this because it's just like, I don't like taking time off. I like making, this is an inconvenience. So I call them and they're literally like, go to the doctor, take care of yourself, and just let us know what you're doing.
mm,
Don't worry about it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? They literally are like, take care of yourself.
mm. That's a
Do
blessing.
you?
That's,
Yeah.
that's a blessing because most jobs wouldn't care.
They would not care.
Most
They,
jobs
yeah.
care and will replace you.
Not only did they not do that, they didn't make me do disability.
Oh
You know what
wow.
I'm saying? We just used my vacation time that I had. You know what I'm saying? When I ran out of vacation time, they let me make up the time. They never gave me a problem whenever I need to go to a doctor. When, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to have 2 different surgeries for this one break. So I had to take 4 weeks off and then I had to come back 6 weeks later and take off another like
Wow.
week. And it's just like they never gave me a problem, none of that. It was literally like, take care of yourself, and it creates a completely different environment.
Work environment. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
makes you. I was having this conversation with somebody about that, about the type of leadership, and the difference between a leader and a boss,
Yep.
and work environment it creates. And I was explaining it to one of my guys on the job today, and I was like, "Hey, man, as a leader, you're wanting to inspire people to follow you, and most places don't understand the difference between the two. For as a leader, I'm inspiring you." And as a leader, when I inspire my people to follow me, they're going to want to do whatever
Yep.
by any means necessary. But as a boss, I'm just managing and moving you around like pieces on a chessboard. And I'm telling you to do that and do this, but I'm never motivating you or never, encouraging you or giving you words of affirmation. I just really want to just utilize you until I burn you out.
Yeah.
And that's what most jobs are doing. They're burning out our people.
And they can't understand why people don't want to work for
Right. Right.
them.
COVID hit, and they found they can get paid without having to work. Oh my God.
It
I
changed things.
mean, that changed a lot. People were not working for a year or two. People
Yeah.
still going back to work, right?
Because why? You know what I'm saying? It was never a mystery to me when COVID hit and then people didn't want to go back to work. Why is that a mystery? The you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and I'm not gonna say I don't know people lives, but a lot of people are walking around doing a job that they don't enjoy.
Yeah.
They do two, three of them just to make ends meet, and they're literally making ends meet. They're not thriving. They just
Yeah.
work to
Yeah.
live. They don't, you
Come on.
know what I'm saying? Like that's it. So people already don't like what they do. It's miserable. Like no phones, no talking, work as fast as possible. You not do, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and the incentives that they give aren't good incentives. We don't have healthcare like that. Healthcare
No.
ain't that great.
They
You
great.
know,
Come
so
on.
it's just like, what am I doing? I can't afford to live, rent high, gas high, foods high. I'm
Eggs
doing
high.
jobs that I don't like. What do I have to lose by not going back to this bitch? What do I have to lose? And a lot of people got to that point, and it's just like, this is not a mystery. This is not a surprise. You either gonna have to pay people more, treat them better. Like it became an employee's market.